Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Hop In. This is issue 16. I'm your host, Kev. Without further ado, let's hop right on into our comics. Now, we're going to be starting off with Bombshells. This is an Elseworlds Exchange comic for DC, and it's mainly just the DC women, heroes and villains. You got Cheetah, you got Batwoman, you got Supergirl, you got Wonder Woman, you got the Wonder Girls, you got Poison Ivy, you got Jessica Cruz, which is a new Green Lantern if you're not reading the Green Lanterns. So we're mainly just sticking to the main title of it, Bombshells, and if you were or if you know about Bombshells, that was pretty much taking place back in World War II when the women pretty much were doing what the men had to do while they were off fighting the war. Now, issues 1 through 5, we got to see the Wonder Girls, but to check more on that, just go to your local comic book store and read about it, or just wait for the trade to come out. But the issue that I'm going to talk about today is issue 6, and we start off with Batwoman. We get to see her side of what she was doing in World War II. So far, it seems like they're showing us individually each hero and what they had to go through during the whole World War II. The trials they're going through, what they're facing, and Batgirl, or Batwoman I should say, is definitely having her trials and tribulations with Cheetah, and Cheetah's more of a Wonder Woman villain, not a Batman's villain, and it's perfectly fine because in the previous story arc, Wonder Woman was facing Clayman, which is Batman's villain. So I don't know. You definitely won't be disappointed. It's a great story arc so far. Definitely go check out Bombshells. We'll be staying in the DC universe, and we'll be talking about Michael Cray. Alright, so Michael Cray is a great comic that I just started picking up. It's DC, but it's not really DC. It's part of the Wildstorm universe, if that makes any sense if you are reading Wildstorm. And pretty much this is a great Elseworlds because it's still DC. It takes place with 2 issues. And Michael Cray is a anti-hero, I want to say. We found out in the first issue who he is and the type of powers that he has. He doesn't know how to control them, or they're getting a little bit too wild for him to control. He's, seeing a doctor to see how to get it fixed up, but he works for an agency. Now, the person who he has to fight, which we'll find out in the second issue, but they mention him in the first issue towards the end, is Oliver Queen. Now, Oliver Queen isn't our Oliver Queen. Oliver Queen is, fights for truth and justice and all that. I know that's probably quoting Superman there, but still, all in all, Oliver Queen just doesn't kill for sport. Same story background, flies with the parents, crash lands on the island, but he doesn't come back to prevent things from happening. He's actually picking up people, homeless people I would say, and bringing them to this island, and he hunts them down. And the agency that Michael Cray works for can't allow that to happen, so they send him out there to do one job and one job only, and that is to get rid of the threat. And what is the threat, you may ask? We'll have to find out. There's only 2 issues in, and it will cost you $7.98. This is definitely great. So far, the storyline, it seems like they're going to be going against, or he is going to go against the Justice League. So I don't know. 2 issues in, I'm waiting for the next issue to come out. We'll continue on in DC. There's something you need to know about the Suicide Squad. Right, so the Suicide Squad, man, now listen, the Suicide Squad, you already should know who they are, especially with the movie that came out. But they're pretty much as stated in the title, they're a Suicide Squad. They go out and do suicide missions that no other people can do or will do, and they'll get the job done by any means necessary. And they faced off with the Justice League. Kind of gave them a run for their money, but Justice League always wins because heroes, comics. Anyway, this story arc starts off at issue 27, and we find out that there was a Task Force X, which is also known as the Suicide Squad, originally, who had a mission, and they went to the moon. Now, there's different agencies. I'm not going to get into all of that. You can definitely find that out when you pick up your issues of this new story arc. Now, what they're pretty much saying is that when that starfish came down from the previous first time when Flash met Aquaman and Wonder Woman, all them, Batman and Superman weren't even on that cover. I don't even think they were even in that comic. Anyway, when that starfish came down, and after the Justice League defeated them, this Task Force X took that alien, and ever since had something as far as an organization that is trying to prevent aliens from coming down planet Earth. Now, it turns out that on the moon is where their base station at. Everybody's on the moon. Batman has his base station out there. Suicide Squad had the base station out there. It's crazy. The moon is big. Anyway, they go out to the moon where they find a beacon because something came down to try to kill Amanda Waller. Why not? Anyway, it comes down and they go up there to investigate it, and it turns out there's this big, massive alien that's out there trying to get them. I'm not going to spoil the rest for you, but it starts off at issues 27. They're about $2.99 a piece, or you can just wait for the story arc, the trade to come out. Without further ado, we'll stay in DC, but we're going to be talking about my man, The Flash. I've been waiting for this crossover for a very long time. Issue 19 is, well, I wouldn't say it's the beginning, but if you read issue 16 through 19, or pretty much the whole story arc with Godspeed, that's what you need to read. So go pick up the first, I guess there's 2 volumes out now of The Flash Rebirth, but not older Rebirth, like asking for the current Rebirth Flash. Anyway, at the end of issue 19, we see somebody that the Flash was in a relationship with, not dead, who we thought was dead, but she's not. Anyway, then let's fast forward to the crossover with Batman for the Button, which is pretty much the whole basis of DC being rebirthed. So that was issues 20 and 21. I thought we was going to get back to the story of how she survived her death in issue 22. That didn't happen. So we were getting side stories for the Flash. Now, after this recent, or should I say about 3-4 weeks ago, with the Flash tie-in with the Button, the Flash tie-in with Batman's metal, we finally get our story back. Issues 39 and 35 is the new story arc that gives us the reason how she survived, why she working with Black Hole, which you would have to read the previous issues or the trades to understand who Black Hole is and how much of enemy they are to the Flash. What a great, excellent story to pick up. Like I said, issues 34 and 35 is only going to cost you $8.97 altogether, but it's definitely something you want to pick up and read. It's The Flash. Alright, so we got to talk about all DC, which is excellent and great for this hopping issue 16. We got to talk about the Bombshells. We got to talk about the Suicide Squad. We got to talk about Michael Cray, who is part DC, but not really in the universe that we all know and love. And we also got to talk about the Flash. These are all excellent, great comic books that already have story arcs out previously, and they have more to come, and it's just getting juicy and juicier and juicier. And now the titles have changed from DC Rebirth to being called DC Universe, and I think it has something to do with the Watchmen and Superman crossover, that Doomsday Clock. That's what it's titled, Doomsday Clock. So I think it has to do with that crossover. Just wanted to mention something to you guys. I just finished reading this book right here, which is Batman, which is all supposed to change, which will be in a next issue of Hop In. And I got to finish reading another book that is behind this Doomsday first issue clock. Batman, the creator of Nights, I think it's titled. Actually, I have it here, Batman, Creature of the Night. So yeah, I already got these two set and ready. I might do another comic book to get you guys to hop in. But I want to also let you guys know that I started my new collection, which has to do with Supergirl right here and Nightwing right there. All that I'm missing is Superboy, which is Superman's son, and Robin, which is Batman. right there. Batman's son, right there. Anyway, just gotta get in contact with my comic book store to order those for me. As you can see, I'm running out of shelf space. Got the Funko Pops right there. I'll probably get another shelf and put them somewhere and have a new collection. Like I said, Bombshell also has their toy collection, which is great. I think it's Wonder Woman, Katana. I can't remember the other two, but I'm gonna start collecting those as well. This is not the only thing I do on my YouTube channel. You can definitely check out Kev's Weekly Pool. I also do other versions of hop-in issues, so maybe there's other comics that you might want to read or know about, and you can go hop in and check those out. I also have 2 videos of unboxing and tunes, and I also have a video where I talk about motorcycles, how to get in the motorcycle world. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Kev, you've been you. Let's all stay in tune.